I didn't forget about this. I was actually debating when I want to start this one. Sup, everybody? My name is Crytek N-Bomb. Welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. I was really debating when I wanted to start this stream. I was unsure. I wanted to start this stream a certain way, but things just didn't quite go that way that I thought, because I got distracted watching some anime for a bit before starting this stream. I could have started as early as like 9, 10 o'clock, but I decided to stay for a bit longer to watch anime. We got SOULBLAZERS SNOWBOUnd Journey story quest event. Kind of excited for this because an event that makes us go back to Mondstadt does make me kind of happy. But let's not even get into the fact that it's not even just about the fact that it makes me kind of happy. It's just the excitement of the way that this event is described. Character interaction from characters from other regions coming to a different region that you normally don't see them in. I don't know, I like that. I like that kind of thing. I enjoy that. Hope the mic quality is alright, because I always have to change it on here more than I do on PC. Because of more things I have to change. But whatever. I'll also start the stream before even eating anything, because I plan to eat later. There's another story beat tomorrow, because this came out on Friday. Today is Saturday. Well, in an hour it won't be, but you know. Yeah. Starting this at around 11 o'clock p.m. Alright. Let's finish up the rest of this. Okay. Oh yeah, it does say read an invitation letter in here as well. Also, of course, like I said before, the next part of the Dern story quest is here as well, which I'm not doing today. I thought about doing it tomorrow, but that's gonna get in the way. I kind of want to do it both in the same day, but doing a story quest event in the daytime and then coming back in the evening, late in the evening, for the Dern story quest feels kind of weird. I don't mind doing it, but there's kind of a reason why I don't want to do it on Sunday, because there's something going on on Monday. I'd rather just do it on Monday instead at that point. I'll figure it out. I don't know how I want to do it though. It's gonna get in the way though. This is why I don't like consecutive parts for a story quest. Unless it's a story quest event, having more than one in the same pass turn, that can get kind of annoying unless I drag it out to where there's a week when nothing is going on. I might want to use that. Yeah, daily commission rewards during story quest going to finish up soon, but not today. Nothing else has really happened. Actually, I guess there was a few things that happened. But first, let's see how the mic sounds, huh? Let's see. Get out to where there's a week when nothing is going on. Okay. Sure words, during story quest going to finish up soon, but not today. Nothing else has really happened. Actually, I guess there was a few things that happened. But first, let's see how the mic sounds. They know what they're doing. Oh my god! Of course, I expected that. Okay. I guess I do need to also check. I'm not trying to like actually throw that out there. I did try the Strongbox event, and I said to myself, I might force something, but I'm unsure how I want to go about it. The Outbreak period for Stygian Onslaught ended yesterday. I did a little bit of grinding that. That's why my resin isn't capped past 4. I did a little bit of that. Today is an important thing I should actually do some grind on, because today is, Saturday to Sunday. I want to spend a couple of days preparing things. As you know, I said before, I made my decision. I'm going to try for this. I'm on 50-50 with the rest of rerun coming out next week. I already had the thumbnail prepared, so if we can get this, that'd be awesome. there's a good chance to get another C6 amongst what we got. There's no way it can avoid us too much longer. I want my, I'm gonna say my lad in my bull suit, but I don't want to call it that. I like Yonsa as a character, even though I wish I could DPS with her, but whatever. I'm still surprised that after all this time, when she was in the trailer first showing off the rest of the regions of Teyvat, you know, the Teyvat Travel trailer, the Teyvat storyline. They showed Yonsa in that trailer for the introduction, or at least the name of the Argon quest and the region, and they show a character and Yonsa with that character. But yeah, I always thought she was gonna be a 5-star. Obviously, people wouldn't like that if you saw that Chibi was a 5-star again, but I like Eon-san a lot, so it would have been really nice if I could play her more. The most I can do to play her, the true support that she is. So I didn't exactly raise this up. I just like took it from a Nifa. I'm gonna need to raise another one to 90 though, because I'm not gonna leave it like this forever. But I've been debating what I should actually decide to raise. I could raise this one to 90 instead, so that I can just get the level 80 into Rosaria. I don't know. But I'm probably going to do stuff like that. I know I have another Fab Lance here and another Fab Lance there, but I don't plan on raising those for a while. Today is also a day that conveniently Dern's talent domain is here, which I could do, but I don't need to. I think I can practically do everything else I need to. The only problem is this. I'll try for that again. I'll stream and see if we get anything. But can't really hold out for too much. The chance I might just farm more ley lines for like a week or two straight, because that's something I want to do. Whoops. This isn't stick drifting, so it might be actually, I don't know. But anyways, I just want to point out, I'm not going to end up doing the snow trace thing. I just don't know if I want to bring myself to do that. Oh, right, this is what I want to do. I decided what artifact to get rid of again. It's just crazy how much I digged in for that. But I was trying to get into before. I changed Venti's build to compensate the grind that I've done in the Stygian Onslaught, which I didn't get anything. It is to be expected. But I decided I want to try for something. I want to see if I can improve his build on this set to an extent, and I'd be willing to craft him an artifact. I said depending on what artifact I can actually get through this or strongboxing, which I already did all the strongboxing I wanted to do yesterday, I'd actually try to. I'm a little bit sad because I got like maybe a total of 4 or 5 feathers or flowers that were double crit in this set, and most of them didn't roll well. I got this one yesterday, and then I got this one 2 days ago. Would have been nice to have gotten to use that. I've had like 2 double crit feathers during my grind of Stygian Onslaught that didn't roll well either, which is very tragic. Never got a double crit since, but at least I have a set that rolled into crit rate a couple times. I'd absolutely love to craft one of these. I thought about crafting this first, but I still don't know if I want to do that. A part of me kind of wants to farm an artifact set one more time before actually preparing to possibly lean into next patch. So if I wanted to farm this set a little bit longer, I could do that. But I just got this yesterday and it didn't roll well, and I'm sad about that. So I've been debating. I could craft a circlet, which would be nice. But I honestly don't even know if I can improve his build. It makes me not want to actually focus. I've been thinking about crafting an artifact for him though. I'm thinking about doing that today in this stream. I still don't know if I want to. I need to reroll this piece, but it's going to be a bit hard to beat this because it would need to give me like 30 CV with an attack percent roll or go on to crit, one or the other. If it doesn't do that, I'm probably not going to take it off of this because him having a crit damage weapon is probably the best that piece could really roll for anything that is middling in the CV angle, but if we want to really call it that. This one is okay, but I do want to replace that Loki, but I don't really need to focus at the very least. Attack sense, I want to improve it, but I just don't know. I don't know. And then we got ammo damage bonus. Not changing that. I thought about it though, but come on. I really want to if the piece gave me nothing but attack percent, that crit rate circlet could be a good contender possibly. I'm just torn because a part of me wants to give him something. It'll be my only chance to do this because if next patch does indeed, and I do expect a new artifact set next patch regardless, there's a chance I am going to farm it. I want to give him something. The problem is we are now about to reach second half, so this week and next week, and definitely next week, next following week, I want to prepare for that. So I'm probably not going to farm artifacts till maybe the final week of the patch. Just because I want to actually farm more for a bit and do a stream on Venti, because like I said, I raised his normal attack talent up, but I want to double crown Dern, so that's kind of like my reason for being in on this. So today might end up being more grind today? I don't know. Do I want to do that? Oh, don't do that. Anything else I want to do today? I guess I should check the weapons before I do anything. I mean, polearm, I did say I want to max them out. And today would be a good day to farm this, so I'm thinking about it. What about Catalyst? Monday, Thursday, Sunday. That's bad timing on that. Maybe some other time. Sword. Crazy, I have more Fav polearms than I do Fav swords that are R5 back to back and whatnot. Yeah, sword doesn't need any help right now. I know bow I wanted to fix up a little bit because I changed some character builds just to compensate for some artifacts I'm getting rid of. And some build changes, and you know, Fav would be another thing I would like to farm. It seems like Fav, bow, and polearm share the same days for farming, but of course it's like a different region to pick these up. I'll have to think about that. I guess I don't have anything else to farm because I could check great swords, but I rarely always have a great sword willing to max out other than I guess maybe this. But I don't feel like maxing this right now. Great sword is the last thing I care about right now. So I'm thinking about polearm. Yeah. I need all the ER I can get. So I think I'm gonna do it. Part of me is more tempted to raise this one to 90 though. So let's do that. I started watching another anime today. I just finished up today. I think I talked about it in like the Blue Archive stream I did yesterday. Which, speaking of that, although I don't usually like talking about things like this across different games, unless I do it in that stream, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty freaking livid right now. I'm kinda like starting to get tired of it, actually. So I've been thinking about just like letting it all out and maybe make a full-on video with this godforsaken microphone. I've been stressing out. I made a community post about it like right after the live stream that I did yesterday. Immediately got slapped with a copyright that I just don't really understand how to formulate, because it when I get copyright for things, or when someone normally gets copyright for things, they usually get copyrighted in a way that lets you know that while you got copyright, you'll know how to deal with it if you know what the song is and the country that actually copyrighted. But when you don't know what you're getting copyright for, it's pretty frustrating, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because that's what I keep getting hit with. The things I'm getting copyrighted for, there's no explanation for it, which is starting to get on my last nerves, because it just tells me the company that's copyrighting me, but it's not telling me what they are actually copyrighting. They just give me like a bajillion timestamps of 1 second sound bit. It's starting to piss me off, because who the fuck does that? Like, is YouTube that strapped for shit that now we have to deal with this? But I guess Japan got it rough because it's a Japanese company that's doing this. So there must have been some reason why this happened. I still feel like there's some kind of mistake at play, because I can't really believe this is happening now. One more. I might actually do that other craft, which makes me sad, because that means I'm gonna have no resin tomorrow. Cause yeah, there's gonna be another stream tomorrow. I have to immediately prepare to film after the stream, which sucks, but hey, it is what it is.
Leave it to me. Justice will prevail. Final warning. On my mark. Yeah. Turn.
10? I have never seen 10 as a drop. Wow. I never seen 10 as a drop. With the conversion of 3 times rewards now through the condensed resin, that's the first time I've ever seen 10 from that. Okay, let's stop there and see what we got. A lot of things I'm gonna have to convert, so I'm gonna do that first. Oh, that's not where I meant to go. I guess I can't check it here, can I? Guess I have an easy way of doing this. Hey, why am I doing that anyways? I could just go down here. I'm gonna need that condensed after all. Technically, I could wait to do it till tomorrow, but I don't really care. If I can make the 4, I might as well go for it. Let's take the chance to do this.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, good to know. I'll try to remember this one. This setting that I have it set to. Catherine sounds great. She isn't peeking in my
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
echoing. Thank you, Catherine.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra. We still haven't done Intel Exchange. I still plan to do that. I'm going to do that probably on the final week of the patch. Just because it's just going to be a random one-off stream that I don't expect to do. But I have to do it at least once next week. Or not next week, maybe the week after, because final week of the patch is just easier for me to do it on. I think Imagining Theater is the thing that's coming up right now. I still haven't checked what is in the next one, so I actually don't even know yet. I still need to do another testing stream in here. But part of me wants to take a slight break because I'm just a little stressed out. It's not even Genshin's fault either. It's just how I feel right now. Eh? Is it this one? Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Depending on this next one, I might need the extra condensed. That's why I didn't. Originally, I didn't want to do it because around this time, I try to save up till I have like 120 resins, so I can just quickly bypass the next day's reset. But today's not the day. I need to save it.
Hands where I can see them. Drop your weapons. Let's move. Headbutt. Yeah.
Let me see if this is enough. Would say I like to say the condensed for tomorrow, but tomorrow's gonna be Sunday. Maybe I like to have an extra condense on Sunday, but I'm gonna probably. I was gonna say I'll probably do a Get Your Show on Monday, but I still wonder. I might need to wait till after my stream doing the wishes for the full star. was hoping to get one 10% bonus. It never happens, man. Like, I've only had it happen like twice this year, which is really bad. Okay, at least have something ready for 90 now. It's probably gonna go to a Nifa. Like, I would give it to a Scafe, but I'm probably not gonna do that, unfortunately. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get this 90 right now. I'll take it. It's just kind of weird to compare. I don't know why you compare a weapon, but I mean, it's there. Don't see the point of that. At least Nifa got her attack back. I considered trying it for some of these other ones down here as well, which I'll probably do at some point. Like, for example, I changed Toma's build because I realized something I'm pretty dumb for not realizing. But the type of build that he wants, because, like, he's just a character that's just, you know, to make ends meet for his build. There's no reason to go too hard building him. I still kind of want to get him to 90, but I changed his build just trying to figure out what artifact to get rid of. But I took Jean-Le's piece. I'm probably going to end up using this guy a bit more in the future, shortly. Has this on. I gave him this from the Tenacity set, because, like, usually the only other character that gets this piece is Kokomi, which I don't know when the heck I'm going to play her again, so I just kind of leave her with what she has, and he can have that. And he sells that HP circlet in this, which means I have a T-piece 2-piece for HP, so his HP is a bit higher for the shield strength. 3000 HP, not exactly great, but for level 8 I think it's actually surprisingly decent, I guess. And his crit rate is adequate to proccing Favonius, which needs more ER. Yeah, it still needs more ER. So I need to raise this at some point. And I do want to. I do genuinely want to. I'm just torn because there's also this one down here. I didn't think it would get that high already. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that to 40. But yeah, I need to raise both of these so that the characters have a Favonius. Probably stop at 70, 80 for these characters because I don't feel like I need to go higher than that. Toma, on the other hand, I might want to bring it to 90, but I'll probably not do it. Probably stop his at 80. Maybe when I get to like level, I was gonna say level 90, but every 12 seconds for that is crazy. I did not know that. Change my position a little bit. Okay. I have enough to get both of them to 50 though. Or I don't know if it's enough to get past that. I'll have to genuinely think about it. Anyways, I don't have more anymore. I'll probably get more from the event anyways,
There's a
so
lot
it's
that
no
goes into
biggie.
managing an orchard. Watering.
The third one should be here today. Yeah.
Weeding, fertilizing the
I pressed the wrong button again. I keep forgetting square. I still keep thinking maybe I could change some things in here. So you can clearly see it doesn't let you do it more than once. I will end up picking it like every time this comes back though. Just so I can actually keep getting something every time. I don't have albedo. I may one day try to get him just for the sake of it though. Because I know one character that I'll use albedo for, but getting albedo just for one team kind of feels bad. But it's harder to use a Geo off-fielder for what it's worth in any other team I can think of. I thought about this when I tested him on stream on my second account. So it is kind of like hard to figure out where to slot him. Because I don't have a certain other character that would help changing how the slots work. Like doing Durin with albedo was nice, but it felt like it was missing something. And I think it doesn't matter what on-filter you have if you're doing Durin albedo. If you do like a mono pyro team and then have Durin and albedo in the team, and it's kind of okay. As an example, there's other results, of course, but I don't want to yap too much about that. Every time I look at the screen, I keep second guessing myself. I want to check it again. I wonder if they will actually add anything more to this. I want cons of Ganyu so bad. I'd play her more if I got her C6. That's why I'm kind of torn about getting Mana. Because genuinely, since you can only pick like so many different characters throughout the entire year, you can get a free con of each of those. I do think Game Mana is a character I will go out of my way for. My problem is, I still don't know if I want to deal with the clunk that she has, but I'll still try her anyways with the Hexwave buffs because, you know, I think she'll still have an impact. I just keep thinking it's just not worth it. That's why I thought about looking at the screen and making a decision again. I will plan to get C3 Dia this year, and I will get C6 Ganyu over time. When I get her C6, she'll be one of the few Kiryu characters I just like main a lot of, because she'll just be very strong to deal with certain content. Not OP or anything, but just like definitely strong to where I can use her as an option somewhere else. Maybe free up space for somebody else as well. So it will be useful to some extent, but not every gamer will I be able to do that for. It will make her a better pick for Imagine Theater for cycles with Cryo though. So that's probably another thing I'm excited for. Because I find her C6 fun for a bow character. So yeah. I retract what I said about going for Baja. I just don't feel like going for him right now. The Hexray stuff made me want to get Mona C2, so that's still a plan. The thing that sucks though is that I want Dia C6, I want Ganyu C6. I don't know if I care about getting Mona C6, but I want Mona Cons anyways. Then there's Baiju. Then the rest of them are just whatever. C2 no attack hits, a 20% chance to automatically be followed by a charge attack. Just like 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, after the charge attack hits an opponent, all nearby party members will leave their ammo to master. Ooh, okay. That was why I was trying to go for it, because this is something I want to try. Oh, but man, it's going to be tedious. So I don't know if I want to go for it. When any party member attacks an opponent that's affected by an omen, their courage is increased by 15%. I do actually want this. This C4 is actually quite nice. The thing that sucks is that part of me doesn't want to roll for Mona, but I'm kind of like hoping that if I do lose another 50-50, there's a good chance I won't lose the next one though. But if I do lose it, I'd love to get Mona. Get more Mona cons means I'm going to be excited to get this one day. I do want this. I don't know if I care about her C6 though. I guess it makes her more of like a better driver on field. So there's that. She is in a legendary tournament state. When it's affected by omen nearby. I like how they had to put or. They just didn't want to completely get rid of that. I forgot that they did that. The illusory tournament being her like special movement state, which is BS. It's just a waste of time. So, or their opponents affected by an omen. She gains a 60% increase of damage of her next attack per second. That is awesome. Effect lasts for no more than 8 seconds. So it just makes her a better driver on field. I guess I wouldn't mind getting the C6 if I got it one day. My goal is to get the C4 because that would make me actually play her more. Like even like in other types of Hexway teams where I don't even really need her paired with Dern. It's just easier to figure out a team with Mona and Dern. It's just easier. The other teams, the only other one I would do is Sucrose with Mona, and it's kind of rough. I have options though, because like I could do a weird Mona team that has like, actually, you know, I don't feel like talking about that. Yeah, I would say more, but no, I'm good. Okay, so let's do this. I get this out the way so I can go in. Do I not read the letter here? Or is it not over here? Or did I forget? Sure, I didn't forget. I guess I
It's one of those things.
I guess over here. Ah, okay, it's over here. I'm excited for this event just to see. To see Rest again. To see Sheldon, I don't know, but read the invitation letter. Perseverance, courage, speed. The Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge is about to begin. There's one race challenge that every serious runner dreams of. The ultimate proving ground for one's abilities armed with perseverance, courage, and speed. Runners will hit the trials of Dragon Spine, overcoming complex terrain and bone-chilling weather to reveal their true mettle. The Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge is about to kick off. This year's event we'll see teams from Natlan, Sumeru, Inazuma, Leeway, and Mondstadt vying for the winner's crown. Okay, I wonder what characters are going to show up in this event. If you're a runner confident with feeling up to the challenge, then this race is for you. We also welcome all fans to attend and show their support. The Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge organizing committee. That's a long ass name, brilliant. Okay.
Hey, it's a flyer for a competition. The Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge. Huh, never heard of this before. International means there's gonna be people from all over to that taking part. Sounds like fun. We should check it out if we have time.
Yeah, if we have time, she says. Every time we go into Dragonspine, it always starts from over here. I guess it's fair given the location. Wish I could have got this one.
Oh, so many tents! Paimon's never seen Dragonspine this busy before.
Oh.
Wait,
It's Amber again.
look! It's Amber!
Yes, it is indeed Miss Pamber. Let me stop. I have to see that she's getting voiced more in events, but then again, it's all Mondstadt.
Hey there, Amber!
Last time we saw you in Sumeru, like literally a patch ago.
Honorary Knight, Paimon. Sorry, I was chatting away and didn't even notice you arrive. It's so good to see you again.
It's so good to see you again. If I could hug you, I would, but hi, Amber.
Oh, I was just discussing competition stuff with Mr. Hines. So what brings you to Dragonspine? Not a commission, I assume?
Nope. We just saw some cool flyer and thought we'd come see what all the fuss is about.
I go where the fun is. I was hoping we might run into some old friends.
Well then, you've come to the right people. Mr. Hines and I are staff on the organizing committee here.
You know what's funny? I remember Hines. I think he's one of the people that guards the front gate, or was it the side gate on the other side of Mondstadt? I forget.
Hello, Honorary
Name is
Knight.
from
You must be Paimon.
You must be Paimon?
Field Officer Hines, First Company, Knights of Favonius. It's an honor to meet you both.
Okay, I guess we never met him before. You know what? I'm sorry to the NPC I just compared you to.
The contest hasn't kicked off yet. We're still in the process of issuing the spectator tickets and VIP tickets.
There's tents from the Sumeru Desert, and I just see, like, what looks to be... Is that the bathhouse from Inazuma? Am I tripping?
Speaking of which, take these. We reserved a couple of VIP tickets for you.
Thank you so much. VIP. Wait, they both said that?
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You mentioned an organizing committee. Is that for the Dragonspine International Cross Country Challenge? That's what we saw on the flyer.
Yup, the organizing committee is a joint effort between the Knights of Favonius and representatives from Springvale. More specifically, Hines and I are in charge of registrations and security, while the Springvale team is responsible for refereeing and support. So any problems, just come find us. We're here to make sure all contestants and spectators have an enjoyable experience.
We'll be delighted to spectate.
This is the biggest contest of its kind we've ever had. A lot of international contestants have signed up.
Oh, look at
Even some
that
from
one over
Atlanta.
there.
It's sure to be an exciting few days.
They're literally... That's literally Vressa's mask right there.
Oh, Natlan? I think I know who you mean. If we're thinking of the same team, there's this one contestant with pink hair and a really impressive pair of horns on her head. Also, she has a huge appetite. A lot of the staff really enjoy dining with her.
Dining with her? You like seeing her stuff her face? What? I guess people in Mondstadt really are built different.
The way she relishes her food, it puts everyone else in the mood to eat too.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Then there's the girl with the stripy yellow and black tail. It's so fluffy and cute.
Fluffy? I never thought of a leopard tail as fluffy, but alright. We can definitely roll with that if that's what you want to do. The music.
But she seems super cool though. I wouldn't dare call her cute to her face.
I mean, I do think she's pretty cool. Calm, cool, and collected. And hot, but cool and collected.
Okay, those definitely sound like people we know.
Vressa and Shilina.
Oh, no way! You know them? Well, if you want to find them, their team's camp is over there. Their tent has a really unique design. You can't miss it.
Well, of course, it is not, man.
Honestly, it's a really cool camp in general. Plus, they brought a whole stash of comic books with them.
Paimon sees it. We'll go check it out later. Thanks, Amber.
Great. Oh, and when you do, any chance you could borrow one of their comic books from me? Their team's always talking about the comics they read, and it's gotten me kind of curious. I would go ask them myself, but I can't really leave my post.
Sure, no problem. Leave it to us.
Shining Warriors take the stage. Alright.
You know when the contest starts, right? Don't forget to come and watch on the day.
Music I expected to hear. Huh. Hey, hear that again.
You know when the contest starts, right? Don't forget to come and watch on the day.
Okay. Almost right over here, I just see the Sumeru Desert tents here. And of course, we already know we're gonna actually go our way to see. But, alright. Over here.
Hello. Are Marissa and Shilonen around?
Ah, so you're looking for the captain and vice captain.
Captain and vice captain. What?
Traveler? I thought I was seeing things. I can't believe it's really you.
Okay, I was about to say she looked kind of familiar, because I swear I've seen an NPC that looked like this literally last patch, but okay. Arani, you keep showing up from Sumeru. How that thesis coming along?
Don't even go there. Please. I'm supposed to be on vacation here.
This is vacation?
However much I want to finish my thesis, I'm only human. I've been fighting a losing battle with it recently. Right now, I feel completely defeated by it. It's knocked me to the ground, and I'm just gonna lie here until I'm ready to get up and face it again. Until then, I'm begging you, please, please don't bring up my thesis.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow. We've run into so many people we know already. What a small world.
Oh, what a small world. I just want to point out, we saw Alrani last patch, but they usually don't do this very often. There must be a reason.
Since we all know Marissa and Shilonen, that makes things a lot easier.
Most people wouldn't even think about it because, like, come on, not everyone has to remember NPCs' faces. I'm a stickler for details, so if something, like, piques my interest or, I guess, tickle my fancy, but I don't know if that works here. It's just, we've interacted with this character both without voice lines and with voice lines given world quests and whatnot. So I just think it's easy enough for me to pick up on that. Even if I forget things that I've done in the past with this NPC.
We heard they're taking part in the cross-country contest, so we thought we'd come say hi.
They're not here right now. But if you're not in a hurry, you're welcome to stick around the camp and wait.
I wonder if they went to Monster, like the city.
Your tents are really cool, by the way. Ah, and there's that stash of comic books Amber mentioned.
Oh, you're all big comic fans.
Oh, yeah. A friend of ours mentioned that. Hearing you all talk about comic books got her interested, too. Which series have you guys been reading?
Comics? So, you two are fellow comic book lovers? And so the truth comes to light.
What do you mean by that?
Intensity draws intensity. The strongest will surely cross paths with the strongest. Thus it was written, and thus has it come to pass.
Alright.
Approach us humbly in search of the truth.
And I, Tang Yigang, will show you the light.
Well, it's nice to hear that music, but actually, I don't know if I really know how to feel about that music. Because we've heard that not too long ago. Well, technically, I guess it's been a long time ago, but it was the Fontaine event. I'll never forget that theme, because that theme was like, I hummed that theme a lot, you know. which event was it? It was the Fontaine event with like the management event simulator thing. Yeah. Anyways.
And I, Tong Yigang will.
Tong Yigang.
And I, Tong Yigang will show you the light.
Tong Yigang. I'm sorry.
And I, Tong Yigang will.
That's just funny name.
The series you speak of is a Bible to us, the Legion of SOULBLAZERS, and its name is the SOULBLAZER Saga.
The series you speak of is a Bible to us? Oh my god, okay. SOULBLAZER Saga, I could guess what that means.
But what is a SOULBLAZER, I hear you ask? And what kind of organization is the Legion of SOULBLAZERS?
I think you're only hearing...
Yigang, answer me this. What are the founding tenets of the Legion of SOULBLAZERs?
Can I hear it again?
Yigang.
Anyways, Yigang.
Answer you I shall. Tenet the first. If you think bitter tears and strong words are enough to broker peace, you are woefully naive.
Okay.
Tenet the second. I pledge to give my life fighting the forces of eternal darkness, even if we fight in vain.
Okay.
We, the Legion, swear to follow the SOULBLAZERs even unto death. Our motto is...
Through pain and defeat, I shall never fear. I will always champion love and imagination.
Okay.
Also, it may interest you to know that those two tenets are actually taken directly from the series itself. SOULBLAZER 6, Shadow of Tenebrium.
Okay.
Why aren't you saying anything? Didn't that make you feel something? Like, light a fire in your heart? Not even a little spark?
Honestly? No. It was all kind of abstract. Paimon couldn't really follow.
This is a failure of immeasurable proportions.
Nanny, you're like the type of guy to say, I got God and Am in my inside, bro. I swear, you are the guy to say that with that voice.
You'd better stop lighting fires in people's hearts, or you'll burn them to a crisp.
Lady Shilonen.
Vice Captain! Thank goodness you're back. Listen,
Oh, so
we have
she's
a
Vice.
situation.
Fair enough.
It's okay, I don't need all that. The look on the Traveler and Paimon's faces tells me everything I need to know. Let me guess. Alrani and Tong Yigang said a bunch of stuff and it was all pretty baffling, right? Yeah, just think of it as them kidding around, like an inside joke you're not in on. They probably hit you with a barrage of quotes from the SOULBLAZER Saga, a comic book series published by the AI Publishing House. Also, every time you hear Legion of SOULBLAZERS, think comic book fan club.
Wait. I was like wondering what that music was playing. Sorry, you guys could probably hear it, but again, like it sounds very low in my ears. I'm trying to like make sure it doesn't reach the microphone.
Oh, okay. That clears everything up. Well, except, why did this fan club suddenly decide to meet in Mondstadt?
Well, beats me, but I'm sure they'll happily answer that question, with plenty of gratuitous passion and drama.
Huh. The usual scathing accuracy.
I'm pretty sure Alrani doesn't even know why they're here. But if you ask them, they'll probably say something like...
Because we are SOULBLAZERS. The passion of youth is strong with us, and it demands that we heed the call to adventure. With every great trial comes great opportunity.
Why?
Yeah, something like that. But more to the point, though, it was one of their members, Minnie, who suggested they hold their next meeting here. The Dragon Spine cross-country contest? Yeah, was her idea, too. And after much consideration, they thought Minnie's suggestion was a good idea, so they went ahead with it. And that's how the Legion of SOULBLAZERS and I ended up here.
So, any chance I can borrow one of your comic books? Or can my friend come here and read them?
Absolutely! I made sure to bring a few extra copies in case we happen to run into some like-minded people. Who's your friend? Where are they based?
She's actually on the organizing committee. Her name's Amber. Wears a red bow, bubbly personality. Does that ring a bell?
kind of hard to miss her.
Oh, I know who you mean. She's super friendly. I can run over a copy to her right now.
I'll come with.
I'll come with.
Perfect. Thanks, you two. Oh, and Traveler, you still want to say hi to Veressa? She's over at the training grounds.
Won't you come with us?
Yeah, guess my nap will have to wait then. Okay, fine if you insist. Let's go.
she wanted nap time. I'm sorry for
Veressa
that.
and Minnie are training together. They've been at it all day.
Minnie?
But it is freezing out here. So it's time to call it.
Oh, well. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. But I guess I should check before I do anything further. I guess I would start the running regardless. Bruh.
What? Hurry up, Veressa!
Minnie is that kid? Damn.
Hey, Veressa! We've come to watch you train.
Wait, was that Paimon? Paimon, Traveler! I've missed you guys so much.
So what made her instinctively think it was okay to just grab the Paimon? I'm actually curious. It's definitely gonna be the thumbnail for next stream, by the way. I just wonder why she grabbed the Paimon. And Veressa events of the day so far.
So Alrani and Igong were just quoting lines at you? A way to make a first impression.
Exactly! Their whole conversation was like a closed loop. Even Paimon couldn't find a way in.
If it were me, I would have started with maximum power.
Hold on, I need this pose. I need this pose for my Veressa. This... yeah, I'm not gonna say it, fuck that. Moving on.
That doesn't exactly welcome people into the conversation either. Especially not when they see you hoisting Minnie up into the air and spinning her around in circles the first time you all meet up, before anyone's even said a word.
Why?
Oh, crumbs. Yeah, now I think about it, that's pretty embarrassing. I mean, we all kind of knew each other, but only through writing letters and trading illustrations. It was our first time meeting in person. I just got overexcited when I recognized Minnie. Couldn't help myself.
Hold on. You two traveled here together, right? So, why did you say the Legion of Soulblazers and I when you were introducing everyone earlier?
Aren't you part of their team?
No, it's because I'm not a member of their fan club. Nepeka is. I'm sort of standing in for her.
Oh. Nepeka. I mean, I recognize who that was. That's from Shonen Story Quest. It just kind of like flew over my head. Anyways, how's she doing these days?
Yeah, pretty good. She's eating, getting enough sleep, and doing well in her studies. Hooked on comic books, though. And that's where Minnie comes in. They're, pen pals.
Ah, pen pals, Alright. Gotta have
Nepeka's
something.
always telling me how amazing Minnie is. She's such a great artist,
Why the
knows how to
ears?
make comic book
I'm
props,
confused by
gives the
that.
best life advice. Honestly, she made her sound more like a mom than a peer, so I was pretty surprised when I got her and found out that nope, Minnie's actually pretty young. Anyway, when Nepeka heard that Minnie had suggested a cross-country contest on Dragonspine, she wanted to join in. But she's in no condition for extreme sports, and, well, she knows it, so instead, she asked me to go represent her at the contest and say hi to Minnie while I'm here.
Bruh. What?
And I'd been preparing to go traveling for a while anyway, so we figured we'd team up.
Uh-huh, and before I knew it, I'd inexplicably ended up with the title of Vice Captain.
Well, yeah. You were the obvious choice. You're clearly captain material, and, you know, the best vice captains are the ones you can turn to and say, keep this up. I know you'll make captain one day.
Sure.
You could also argue that the person who is clearly Captain Material should be made Captain, but hey, what would I know? Never mind. I refuse to get drawn into that whole discussion.
It sounds like y'all had that rodeo before.
Anyway, I'm mostly here to buy souvenirs for Nepeka. Oh, it's like a Soul Blazer themed,
I want this screenshot.
Merch!
Merch? Merch?
Oh, okay, merch, I guess. Basically badges, novelty notepaper with character art, reprints of old comics, painted wooden character cutouts. What's with that look for Essa? Did I say something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. It's just kind of strange hearing you talk all about that merch with such a straight face.
What?
The thought of Shilonen, the master craftswoman, carrying boxes of merch back home to Natlan? It's such a funny image.
Is it that bad?
That's a pretty long list, too. Did Nepeka really ask for all that?
Oh, no, she'd never ask other people to buy gifts for her. It's not in her nature. But, based on what I know about her, I'm sure she'll appreciate some, merch. I still prefer souvenirs, personally, but...
Oh, definitely! Nepeka will be over the moon! You really understand her, Shilonen. You're like her older sister.
Oh, close enough. I mean, we are technically family. Although we haven't known each other long, so I can't claim to understand her that well. I'm still learning.
Push-up. I mean, Faressa, I finished my push-ups.
Yeah, I see you leaking over there.
That makes 4 sets, right? Good job! Time for a breather. Minnie, I'd like to introduce you to the Traveler and Paimon. They're friends of me and Shilonen. We met in Natlan.
Wait. Blonde hair, flying companion. Are you Mondstadt's honorary knight?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. I noticed that again. This NPC has a different design. They're focusing, I guess, the whole Miniature Wonderland design palette of characters, because I can just pick up on it because the characters just look slightly different from normal NPCs we're used to seeing.
Wow, I can't believe I get to meet you in person. I heard about you from my older brother. He works the tavern, so he hears all the local gossip from the customers. Apparently, you go from nation to nation, making a huge name for yourself each time? Like a real-life comic book hero. So cool.
Oh, I can see that for him.
Do you mind if I ask you a question? Of all the adventures you've had, which is the most memorable?
That's an interesting question, actually. What would the travelers say to this? Consider your present company, you will let to recount some of your experiences from Natlan?
Incredible! Sounds like Fiatena's homeland is just as magical as in the stories.
I guess if we really think about every Arca story, like each actual big saga from each region, which was the most dire, there was a lot of them that really stuck out to me. Natlan seemed to be like the most like potentially brutal, I want to say. I think about Fontaine with the whole figuring out the mystery behind how everyone was turning into, or dissolving in water, of course, but like the whole prophecy and all that, which was very interesting. I really did like Fontaine's Arkham a lot. I think about all the other regions, and a lot of them weren't as dire as what we had with Natlan. I'd even, unfortunately, go as far as to say Nodcry. But maybe I'll hold my tongue on that, because that story isn't quite over yet. But, yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
The scale is getting bigger, though.
Where I'm from, in the Collective of Plenty, we live right next to a huge volcano. And when it erupts, it sends fireballs shooting all over the place. Super dangerous, obviously, but it's the perfect place for hero training.
I'm surprised y'all can live on a volcano, though. Because, like, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden it's just kind of like goes crazy, and then y'all are forced to just evacuate because the volcano said, I gotta puke, man.
You know how much I've always wanted to take a trip away from Mondstadt? Just get away and see the outside world.
You totally should. Mondstadt's supposed to be the land of freedom, right? So, what's stopping you?
Good question.
It's just... If the honorary knight's journey is anything to go by, it sounds so daunting. Surely you gotta be really tough to keep pressing on through so many dangers. I just don't know if I'm up to it.
I guess that's fair.
The Traveler sets a pretty high bar for toughness, that's for sure. But you know, we each make our own journey at our own pace.
Yes, that is true.
So stay strong and soldier on. Just like Fiatenna. In moments of doubt, following her example will never lead us astray.
I keep taking like every chance I can to like get a new like pose of rest, so I might end up using for a thumbnail in the future.
You're right. Okay, I won't give up. If nothing else, I have to make good on the deal with my parents. Train hard and get a good race time.
A deal with your parents? You didn't mention that before.
Oh, yeah. Well...
You'll be fine. I do the same thing with my coach Yan-san. Before every competition, I promise her I'll get a better result than the last time. You can never know for sure how it'll go, but sometimes having that pressure can really help with motivation.
Maybe.
That being said, you can't forget to have fun. Don't lose sight of that. It's the whole reason you organized this Dragonspine meetup in the first place.
You're right. Still, this is a competition. Sure, I might not win, but I still want to be proud of my result.
Alrighty. Well, if you want to kick some butt in this contest, then let's get back to training.
Sure. Watch out, Marissa. This time, I'm gonna keep up with you.
Are you sure about that?
You only just finished training. Bressa, I'm sure you're still raring to go, but Minnie, you have to rest if you want to recover.
But I'm fine.
Yeah, you'll say you're fine until you start leaking.
Your stomach begs to differ.
Oh.
Sounds like it's time to eat.
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta eat hard to train hard.
Don't undereat and don't overtrain.
It's true. Diet is an essential part of any training program. I can share Coach Yan-san's special recipes with you. You'll wake up tomorrow bursting with energy. Guaranteed.
Be careful.
Really? What about the local food in Mondstadt, though? Any idea what would make a good post-workout meal?
That's a good question.
I'm not too sure, but you can never go wrong by listening to your stomach.
Of course.
I think start with a meat natto, then move on to a grilled fish and mint sauce,
What?
a few tacos, some stuffed and mashed potatoes, wash it down with a grain fruit meat soup, then finish it off with an apple roly-poly for dessert.
Apple roly-poly? It sounds like Vressa's palate here.
What? All that for one person?
Yeah, one of those is a meal for a single person, bro. I can't even eat that.
Yup. Open your mind and stomach, relish the delicious flavors, and before you know it, you'll demolish everything.
I get what Vressa's trying to say, but... Birthday message again. Dory! Millie Snow Resort Party Wonderland has been updated. Yeah, well, I don't care about that. So it's Dory's birthday. Show me the more. Okay. Alright. I would say and read this, but not now. So. Oh, wait. I don't want that to still have the exclamation point. I always think something's here.
Parents always say, no matter how busy life gets, you should always sit down and enjoy a... Oh, we're almost back at the camp. After what Shilonen was saying earlier, let me give this to you before I forget. Here, the SOULBLAZERS Saga Volume 2. I figured other people might want to read it, so I made sure to bring some extra copies.
Oh, yes. I wonder, I don't know. I was gonna say, I wonder if Seatlally's read it before, but I don't know what story she's really into. I do know the story that we noticed she's into might end up being like weird isekai tropes, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised by the things. I remember her reading something similar to a romance comedy thing.
Unfortunately, it looks like I somehow forgot to pack Volume 1 in my luggage. Shame. It's always best to start from the beginning when you're trying to get your friends into a new comic series. Anyway, take a look in your free time, see what you think. I really hope you like it. It would be so cool to have an awesome person like you in the fan base.
In the fan base, okay. I'll take a look when I get the chance.
Alright. We're gonna meet back up with the others. Come hang out with us again soon, okay?
Are we reading it?
Whatever happened to the best defense is a good offense. Wanjiru, what are we waiting for?
Patience, Fietena. Timing is everything. Our victory depends on it.
Waju? Wait, what? She looks familiar. Was she one of the heroes on Natlan? There's Mawika. It has to be.
Wanjiru is right. This is your first lesson, Fietena. How to decide when the moment is right.
Mawika looks so good in that outfit, it makes me upset.
The leader of this horde of monsters has now shown himself. Defeating him is the key to turning the tide. Now the real battle can begin. Fietena, are you ready? This is what we've been waiting for. Come on!
Wanjiru tells me this is Fietena's first battle.
Yeah, these are definitely heroes of Natlan. I recognize Tupac anywhere, bro. He stands out to me. Yeah.
If she gets scared, she can hide behind us.
You guys are underestimating her.
Quit joking around, guys. Yes, this is my first battle, but I'll make it one to remember. The Pyro Archon will face down the leader while we mop up the minions. That's the plan, right? There's no backing out now. Let's do this!
Why did it have to end there? Fietena and her buddies fought an amazing battle. Paimon really wants to see what happens next.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this is just how, you know, books are. They leave you hanging at the weirdest cliffhangers. And I'd be like, why does it end there? Like, just show the next part so we finish at least this segment, this area, this situation. But it doesn't end there. You gotta stay tuned.
We'll meet up with Paressa and her team when we get the chance. We can ask them what happens in the next volume.
Actually, I'd rather her not tell us. Brother, what? That's where you know what? Story Quest events have always been like this, bro. I thought there was still gonna be something else left. Oh, okay. Why am I so excited? Because Yoimi is here. I mean, Mika, Snow Trace. I still feel bad that I don't want to do that. Trial of Valor, definitely combat. Jade pitching. What the heck is this? I know what the Frontier Recon is given the live stream, but I didn't check the other events. Every big event always has like this here. Whoa. That's interesting. Recent exchange of friends for different nations. Miko, the reconnaissance company, has reached a new milestone. Looks like Cleo's had quite an unusual encounter during the cross-country challenge. I guess I have to at least see everybody. I still don't know if I'm gonna do the other thing, but I want to see you, man. Where's she at?
Time to roll.
Oh wait, Sayu's here is what? Oh. 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 I was not expecting triple chibi committee here. This was not what I expected. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ms. Boldbang, is your lower back still hurting? Boldbang Boulder? What the fuck name is that? Okay, I'm good now. A hot compress worked like a charm. To make a hot compress like this, you have to heat and wet the bandage with slow burning gunpowder, okay, for just the right amount of time, or you might end up setting it on fire. Only Yoimiya would come up with a way to warm up bandages like that. I don't think I'm gonna do voices because I can waste too much time for me to do. Anyways. Hold on a second. Look who's here. Our hero, both in name and deed. And his little white companion. Is this part of where the Woven Scroll comic scene unfolds right in front of me? Are you helping her patch up? Have you just been through a battle? Oh please, don't worry about me. I was just wandering about in the wild, looking for some new tough opponents to practice against. Miss Yoimiya here was really a great help to me when I accidentally hurt my back and tumbled down a hill like a snowball. Oh god. Oof, that sounds painful. To quote the SOULBLAZERS saga, I am merely a warrior who happened to pass by. And now we can make that a free mercenary. The knights have granted me permission to take action and deal with the monsters as I see fit. How did Yoimiya even get here? Sounds like there are still monsters lurking in. We'll have to act with caution since there are civilians in the area too. They don't look so good. Should we contact the knights and ask for reinforcements? True, we can't afford to be careless, but the situation isn't that urgent yet. The knights have already cleared out the monsters around the International Cross-Country Challenge venue. There are only a few stragglers wandering about at this point. And honestly, there are quite a few monsters competing in the challenge who can hold their own anyway. They have the strength, skills, and courage. If we treat them like we do regular folks, they might end up feeling insulted instead. Fair enough. So, in line with usual practice at the Adventurers Guild, we're treating this as a trial, and we formed a team on the spot to deal with those monsters. And that's exactly what the Trial of Valor is about. Clearing monsters, emulating various heroes' combat styles, and transcending your own limits. Now that's the kind of thinking that you expect from the Collective Plenty. Then I definitely want to be a part of this. I'm not missing out on this either, that's for sure. Also, it's been a while since I last saw you in action, Traveler. Really excited to see your skills now. I wonder what kind of fire race I compare your dazzling moves to. I was not expecting you to say that. Obviously, this is just a combat event, but I heard it was a little different. You also have various battle souls to trigger their combat effects, increase your team's combat prowess and ability to score points. During spurt can increase the amount of points scored in a single challenge and opponent defeated. Blazing Valor can increase the additional multiplier when your party scores points in a single challenge. Additionally, each challenge has its own base aura, and triggered, team scoring power will be multiplied and the character's combat power significantly increased, triggering base or again while it is active will refresh the duration. Okay. After defeating opponents, a basic skill or score gained from the defeat. The difficulty multiplier, score multiplier is based or related with limited time multiplier. Okay. Multiply one after another. Okay. But what type of event is this exactly? I'm gonna have to watch this very, very closely. So, scorching score multiplier. This is interesting. It seems to be a very interesting event. I guess I'll have to be very curious of this because it feels like you only play as Traveler against this. Maybe I'll give it some time before I do. I should also check real quick. Am I reading this correctly? Heroes go to... Oh, right. Weapon. Right. Yeah, I saw a video about this weapon before starting the stream as well. This weapon is weird. It's very weird because not every character can get the full effect of this weapon if they snapshot, which was very weird. I would have never learned this. I would have been like, well, to me it looks good. For an ER weapon, it gives attack. It just sounds like a pretty good 4-star, you know? But it seems like some characters just don't get the full effects if they snapshot, so not every bow character can really use it. But as you could tell by looking at this Natlan-based designed weapon, Auroron is pretty good with this weapon. Enough to make even me want to put this on him, so I might even use this if I end up ever getting C6 one day, because in his current state, I barely really play him. What is this? AI publishing house Miko is reading the latest works hot off the press. She seems to have heard about the Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge as well. Is that what the... Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a wind trace. Ooh, okay. That I can't avoid, can I? Almost after completing any stage in Jade pitching. God damn it. Okay. I probably did not want to play Wind Trace, like, at all. Even though it's a Snow Trace, it's not that much different. I heard it keeps changing all the time. I'm not really a big fan of it. Seems like I can do it after completing any one stage. I guess I'm gonna do all of them today. Because if I don't, this is gonna bother me. Or maybe what I could do is save this for tomorrow instead. Because if I'm gonna be frank, it would give me more content for tomorrow, given I'll have less resin anyways. I might do that. But I'll do this first one because this is interesting. It seems like this is voiced, isn't it? Because it's making us go to a different area to do this. So I'll think about that.
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it.
Make it first, I guess.
Wanna train with me?
Usually I don't really want to read these, but do I care about this one? I saw what this event was. You look very familiar. Graffiti Alliance Guru in Chief. Why did that title sound familiar? Wow, young knight, looks like you brought our great hero over. It's our honorary knight, the helper in and the helper in white. Greetings, Mika, and a friend from Natlan. What are you guys doing here? We're here to get the word out about something called a Sorry Scout. We think it's something adventurers will find really useful. Combines mechanical core of the scouting buddy that Amber brought back from Sumeru with the adorable appearance of a little Saurian. Oh right, cause again that's what this event is about. This particular one, kind of weird. I may not really read all of this though, because I don't really care about this too much. Phil's voice, then I probably would have cared a little more, but you know, no offense to Mika. It's just essentially recon. But it seems like a coin event, that was what I saw, so anyways, we'll just move on. Since I have to do one of every event, it seems like, to unlock everything, I may at least do that. I still feel bad for the wind trace thing though. Color obstacles and protective shields will be present during the challenge. Climate obstacles will make you lose points. Alright. So I see it from. Should I say it from my face? Who is this over here? It's kind of bugging me a little bit. Fontaine contestant sneezing from the cold. How is it so cold here? I thought Mondstadt had a gentle climate. It's a snowy mountain. Of course it's gonna be cold. Alright. Oh. Okay. Amber Yanfei. That's what I'm saying. We figured it out. Eula detests rigid, stuffy people the most. You know the kind of narrow-mindedness written all over their faces. They always get stuck obsessing over the tiniest details, and all they do is trip people up on every little step. Maybe they even wear a monocle and can't go anywhere without a book in their hands. But when you take a closer look, you realize they haven't really read it though, and are just using it as a prop. Yanfei would know this then. What they're really trying to do is to put on a so-called intellectual aura and get a leg up on you before the conversation even starts. It does kind of remind me of something I saw someone do, but I don't know if that was for a bit or not. That was spot on. I can picture it already. Yanfei? Amber? Now that's a duo I've never seen before. Hey, what are you two chatting about? Well, is there someone Eula detests? Hey, Honor Knight, Paimon, you're here. Yes, I am here. Yanfei and I were discussing if we should have a few big bad snowmen as Easter eggs in our game. What? Oh, like targets that look like monsters? We were thinking that, apart from the more typical monsters, we could also include some less traditional characters. Looks like Yanfei and I share too many similar ideas about the casting. Yanfei, I didn't expect to see you here. What a pleasant surprise. Never imagined the two of you would meet up. I mean, surely. It's kind of amazing seeing you side by side. Probably can tell right away. You really click. I feel like it's just because Amber's very comfortable with anybody. But then again, it could be because they're both pyro, but let me sup. Yeah, I'm surprised to run into Traveler and Paimon and Mondstadt too. Yeah, we've seen you quite a few times now. Now we've seen you in Nagcry and now in Mondstadt. You know, this isn't actually my first time in Mondstadt. I've helped with several civil lawsuits here before. This time, Yayo and I had just finished up our work, and I happened to hear about the opening of the Dragon Spine International Cross Country Challenge, so I thought I'd check it out. As it turns out, after I reached the venue, I ran into Amber while asking for directions. We hit it off immediately. So I decided to come try out the game Amber's managing and chip in with some suggestions. Any friend of Eula is my friend too, and few games are meant to be enjoyed together with other people. Wait, Yanfei's friends with Eula? Want to give this a try, Honorary Knight and Paimon? This mini game is called Jade Pitching. It's designed to help our guests from far and wide to unwind and ease their stress. Okay. Yeah, let's practice our snowball fight skills. It might come in handy in the future. Why would it come in handy in the future? And if we ever find ourselves bored with little to do, we can play to see who's better. The loser has to cook. I don't know if I want Paimon to cook though. Pretty good at throwing snowballs. Snowballs, fireballs, you know, all elemental projectiles have something in common. What? For someone as skilled in combat as you are, this should be a piece of cake. Okay, straight to the point, I suppose. What does this look like? Musty old scholar. Musty? Cranky pants? What the? What? Is it the Lewa area? Leisurely Springvale contestant. The Lewa characters here. Deeply suspicious Leeway contestant. It's not the right area. Okay, I guess that's the only other one. So what's going on over here then? We're here for cross-country relay race. We should be out on the course checking things out. What good will it do us to sit here meditating? Don't panic. Great trials must be faced with a calm spirit. Meditation is training for the mind. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, I guess we do this one. Oh, I took out the fire. Ow. Mr. Honorary Knight, over here, over here. We just made some new friends. Want to come play with us? They taught us a new game called Snow Trace. The rules aren't hard. It's just a very special kind of hide and seek. Aw, Klee, Yayo, and Sayu. So you've all become friends. I mean, if it's a Chibis meeting up, it just makes sense this would happen naturally. It makes sense now that Yanfei told us that Yayo is here, but we did see her over here earlier, of course. But it's kind of a delight in a way, I guess. For the name alone, this game sounds like an upgrade version of Wind Trace, huh? I can't wait to play with you. Hide and seek also. I love to meet Klee's new friends. What do you mean, love to? Even though it isn't cold at the camp, I'm still feeling a little sleepy. Am I playing tricks with me, or do I see Traveler in Paimon? Ah, yes. Your eyes are working perfectly fine. That's Traveler in Paimon, alright? Hey there, Yayo. Hey there, Sayu, yes. Good idea. Once we get moving and start having fun, we won't doze off that easily. Oh, Klee's right about that. And didn't that awfully serious Miss Sumire say that spending more time in the snowy mountains would be good for your skills, Sayu? What? Oh, I can't believe you guys remembered that. Right. But if I lose to my peers or even to that super ninkin, what? Sucking off is going to get a lot more difficult in the future. Looks like I'm really going to have to pull up my socks on this trip. And don't you worry, I came up with a new goulash recipe using Jalen chili and ground pepper, and I just made some. With chili? Take a few bites of it before you start. I promise you won't feel cold at all during the game. Oh, I bet. Sounds great. Hang on. I'll have a whole bowl first. Paimon wants some too. Of course you wouldn't. Right then, let's get our game of hide and seek started here in the snowy mountain. And the whole mountain's covered in snow. It's perfect. It's the perfect hiding spot for Paimon. I saw it's difficult for the person that's supposed to seek out everyone. I don't even know if I want to play this, to be fair, because I'm just not too much of a fan of it. But people have been like talking about this again, so sometimes I feel like I should do it, and I might pressure myself to do it tomorrow. I don't know if I want to do it today though. Hunter not only possesses faster movement speed and greatly decreased stamina consumption, yes, they have that advantage, but can also use extremely powerful hunter techniques to seek out the opposition and explode their disguises. At the rebels, they can use their rebel techniques to disguise themselves as specific objects on the map, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden safe. Rebels will be impeded by cold as the amount of cold accumulates towards the maximum volume. Rebels will first begin to shiver and then eventually freeze. While frozen, the hunter will continuously be able to set their location. Frozen rebels can quickly and repeatedly press to break out of the frozen state and remove a certain amount of cold. There are heat sources on the field that the rebels can activate. Activated heat sources will continuously remove cold from rebels for a period of time, but they also generate a mini-map marker that is visible to everyone when they are activated. You know, that makes me want to try something interesting if I'm a rebel. Because, like, imagine if we, like, activate it and then go to a different one and activate the other one. This kind of reminds me of Dead by Daylight now because of that. After a certain amount of time, snowstorms will appear on the field while these storms are active. Rebels will accumulate cold at a much faster rate. This I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like that. At the same time, the visibility of both sides will be reduced, and the coordinates on the minimap will be hidden. That might work in the Rebels' favor, though. During the game, snow white favors will descend upon the area at random. Picking up one such favor will help charge your snow white art, an art that can be decisive in determining victory or defeat. Oh, it's something you have to pick up when it's on the field. People will freaking fly over there and you can get caught, bro. They're being captured by the hunter. Rebels will enter observer mode, while in this state you can continue to place a illusionary beacon to help the rebels play. In this way, for win trace, you can play alone or match with other friends to obtain win trace coins. If you play a match game with 2 other friends, you will be placed in the rebel team. Okay. So if you have more than one person that's your friend in this event, you can just play in the rebel team. Okay. Once you obtain a certain amount of these coins, you can unlock various rewards. If you have a match using pre-made group of 4 players or have reached the current coin limit, playing will not net you more win trace coins. Of course. It's gonna be so hard to ignore that. It's just every win trace, I think, any like win trace event, I've skipped like every single one of them because I didn't want to play it. It was one of those events where I was like, I don't care if I don't get primos, I just simply don't want to play it. Because I'm still not really a big fan of like any of the hide and seek things, not even in real life. I've always been like that. Not really something I'm someone that, you know, would enjoy, which is why I avoid it. Because I know for a fact if I'm like the person that's supposed to be the seeker, I'm probably not going to enjoy the game as much. If I'm a rebel, I'll probably enjoy it a little bit more. But I can't really sit here and say I'll be like super excited to play it per se. So I don't know. So for what it's worth, I'm going to save doing all the other stuff tomorrow, since it seems like there seemed to be a story beat with doing one of these such events all at once. So what is this about? Why did they make me come all the way over here? This is probably voiced, isn't it? That why the other stuff wasn't voiced? I was more delighted when the Samaria event had character voice just introducing the, you know, the events, because they don't usually do that. They don't have them voiced, so I was thinking they were going to be voiced again. Is there a reason why I'm coming back to Inazuma of all places? Lady Gucci?
Hello there, little one.
Figured.
What a lovely surprise. Where have your travels taken you recently?
I've noticed the desert been giving you more attempts, or in this case, more voice lines. I swear, you have came up quite a few times these past couple of patches. Very instantly so. You tell Miko about Minnie?
Oh, they all sound quite adorable.
The Legion of SOULBLAZERS and the Dragon's Spine Cross Country Challenge. Okay.
Oh, they all sound quite adorable.
Yes.
It must have been quite an adventure for them, coming from far and wide, crossing national boundaries to meet with kindred spirits. Ah, it's a tale filled with the romance of youth.
Romance.
The SOULBLAZERS saga seems to have quite a strong following. Maybe it's time to run another round of reprints. With such a dedicated fan base, it's only right to throw a token of gratitude their way. How about some free comic books, There's quite a large group of you. I'll need to make sure there's enough to go around.
I'll be sure to share them with the group. Okay.
These are first edition prints. You won't find them for sale anywhere. Take good care of them now.
Well, if it's coming from Yae Miko herself, it makes sense. Oh, and I can place a gift. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do Wind Trace. There's like no way to avoid it because they're making me do this. This is hard to avoid. I need to do one run of Wind Trace if we have to do some other story event. I don't want to miss out on that. So yeah, I'll have to figure this out.
Stuff. It's so white. But Miko gave us a pretty generous stash of comics. Since the plan is to share them with the group, why don't we display them somewhere that everyone can see? Let's put them near the book stand at the Legion of SOULBLAZERS camp. That way, it'll be easy for people to browse.
You borrow a bookcase and arrange the comics from Miko to the shows.
It's looking good. Now, people can come and pick some out when they're free.
Huh. So also customize the area around here. I see now. I don't know why I got Udon. I didn't realize the thing did that. Now, I would do more if I was actually doing this on a Friday, but knowing that the next part is coming out tomorrow, including after reset, I kind of don't want to push. I don't want to push it. I would like to, but there is one coming out in 3 hours, and for what it looks like, interesting. Yeah, no, it should make sense. It's Tuesday for this, like I expected. Yeah. Oh, there's something I forgot to check. Oh, I did say I was gonna probably do one of these. Should I do these two for today? I'd rather wait to do this, but I don't want to wait too long given that the Snow Realm Visitors thing. Complete a game of Wind Trace after completing any stage in the Trial of Valor. Unlocks after completing any stage of Frontier Recon, and unlocks after completing any stage of Jade Pitching. A part of me wants to wait till tomorrow to do all of these at once. Or what I'll do is that tomorrow I'll do Wind Trace and maybe these three, and then save this one for the final day on Tuesday. But it feels kind of wasted. That's what kind of like makes me sad, because part of me kind of want to do it all at once, because I can just do all this at once. I would do it in this stream, but kind of want to give myself more for next stream, since of course I said before I won't have any reason to work with. I might get like 1 or 2 condensed by next stream. That's about the most I know I'll get. Wow, this is actually like the coolest like menu screen for this. I was not expecting them to do this like at all. This is cute. I love this. They've been getting more fancier with like showing like a menu screen for each event. So it's really nice. But I like the comic book theme all across this. It's all Veresa coded. I did that again. I should grab this, but I'm probably not going to. Oh yeah, that's right. Next week we'll be getting this. That's gonna be exciting. And by Imagine Theater, I might end up with 8 of these. But first, I need to find out how the next Imagine Theater goes. But I have 2 reasons for ending this stream here. I want to go eat. I have an anime that I kind of want to watch more of. That's like kind of the bottom line. No real reason for me to do this other than that. But yeah. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It may end up being a stream that appears around the same time tomorrow, given that now with a bunch of things for me to finish I need to do. But I guess I'll take it upon myself to do at least a thumbnail for next part before I get off. I'll have to do that later, because I want to go eat. On other days, if I was doing Blue Archive, I wouldn't even go eat at all. I would just continue to stream, because I do have a specialized time for that. Obviously, the same for Genshin, but not to the same extent. That reminds me, second half is about to start soon, and we haven't had Lieben appear. Lieben was set to appear this patch and talk about a potential Mondstadt expansion that I've been talking about for so many years. I can't wait for that. Also, from what it looks like here, if the time is the exact same at the Story Quest event, the next banner will come out the day that we do the last part of the Story Quest event, which is kinda unfortunate. I don't know if I personally like that, if I'm gonna be frank with you, because wow, I'm excited to see the second half banners. I'm probably just gonna grab some of the rewards from it, but I probably won't do the polls in the same stream because I intend to use my specialized thumbnails. So we really are gonna be waiting till Wednesday next week just to do the poll session, which I'm gonna be very tempted to pull on this banner or Vressa's banner coming out. It's just so good. People would tell you don't pull for a 4-star if you don't want the 5-star. My response to that is that we're going into an era where that's about to become less of a, more of an issue to say that, because they don't reborn characters as often. You see Farz on there. She went more than 2 years before coming back on the banner. And you need this character C6 for show, yet since you don't know when this character will appear on the banner, you have to bite the bullet if you don't really get the character for a character that you like playing. And for Venti of all characters, seeing her here is great. But thinking about the players that had to skip banners because they were saving for another 5-star over and over and over, we're at the point where we can't just say this full-blown and be like, there's no guarantee that next year when the character comes back on the banner that you'll end up skipping them again. Like, I've seen comments from people in various different videos of people reacting to this the banner format and being like, bro, don't pull on this banner, it's a bait banner. Oh, I have to skip this banner again because I want the 5-star coming out next patch, but I skipped them last year and I have to skip them again. I've seen so many comments like that, and I talked about this 2 years ago. Not even, actually 2 years ago, about Farza. I said this. I never, actually, have I said it on stream before? I feel like I probably did ramble about it eventually, because it was just something that bothered me at that time. Because I noticed it's the same song and dance over and over again. You have content creators tell you, you shouldn't pull on this banner because the 4-stars, you don't know when you'll get them. That is fair. But we are we are at a point where these characters are becoming less common while being less frequent to appear. You don't know when they're going to come back. So it's getting even worse for them than even the 5-stars, because they do not make these 4-stars more accessible and easier to obtain. So thanks to them being harder to obtain, on top of not knowing when they come back, because if we attune it to the 5-star, if the devs want the character to be for the 5-star, there's a chance that these two, Severus and Janssen, are only going to be on this banner. But Janssen showed up on Malika's banner, right? So things like that means it could be Natlan based for those characters. But Chevreuse, will she come back on a Cloran rerun? Will Cloran get a rerun? Chevreuse showed up on a Raiden rerun last year, but they're guaranteed that Chevreuse will come back on a Raiden rerun next year. The next time she comes back. Because Toma reran with her and Chevreuse didn't another time that Raiden appeared. Because it was just a character that synergizes with her rather than being a character that could simply be a good upgrade for her. Stuff like that, as an example, is the stuff that I'd be talking about, because some 4-stars get neglected and they never show up on banners for a long time, and then there's characters that are 4-stars that are really highly contested, and characters that are either popular or meta and are strong with high constellations and not so strong without it, like Farazan. And you can't really guarantee when you can get these characters. It is like a gripe I've had for a long time. I never actually made a full-blown video of it, but I rambled about it 2 years ago because I had I wouldn't say an argument with somebody. I talked about it on Discord with somebody, and then I messaged a few comments in various videos regarding people like responding to banners with this mindset that, yeah, you shouldn't pull any banners with a highly contested 5-star next patch. Think about it this way. Some people have said it and were smart when they said it. I said this before. If the 5-star is a character that might come back sooner, or if it's attuned to the region release cycle that we have, there's a good chance they're going to get a rerun before they dip, before they come back again another time. So you could think about it this way, as you could skip that character and get them on a rerun. But some people are now having a different mindset, but we'll get to that in a second. You can get the have a chance to get the 4-star C-set that you want and be happy to be able to get those, or have a chance to get those, then skip them and come back to them a year later and then say the same thing again, where I can't go for this character because I want the 5-star next patch, which isn't really helping anybody. Anyways, to the thing I want to say that I heard coming around this patch cycle with Nacry, I am hearing people constantly tell me, or constantly say to other people now, it's not worth it to pull in reruns anymore. If you pull for the 5-star on a rerun after skipping them the first time, it will have less value for you on the rerun because a lot of the other things have already passed. I'm just like, why are we talking about this? Is it because of Stygian? Like, that was the only thing I could think of. I was trying to figure out why people are saying these things, because it's really, really strange. I don't quite understand it. Like, I understand that pulling on a rerun can be not so advantageous if you care about the next patch's 5-stars. But from somebody who plays free-to-play, and I've been playing free-to-play for a little bit now, not for years upon years, because I used to play Welkin for over 3 years before I stopped. We don't get that many pulls per patch. We're very scared of some pulls. And obviously, it makes sense to have this mindset because 5-stars are more important than the 4-stars. But like I said, we're reaching an era where these characters are becoming less frequent. Because of that, you might need to bite the bullet if you actually care. If you don't, you might be waiting more than a year. You might be waiting 2 years. We're getting to that point. The 4-stars are building up way too much. We have so many 4-stars in the game that there's a chance that devs will also bite their own bullet, because they're either going to just not rerun those 4-stars anymore, or they'll simply randomly bring them up on a banner that they deem unworthy, or they deem, okay, people don't care what the 4-stars are, they're going to pull the character anyway. So they'll just make the banner 4-star shit for the 5-star. That has happened a lot of times, and it will probably continue to happen. But for the 4-stars in question, Chevreuse, Yansan, Gaming doesn't show up very often. It's probably been over half a year. It's been definitely over half a year since his last appearance on the banner. Same with Chevreuse. Yansan, a little bit lesser because she appeared on the Mawika rerun banner a while back, just before Nacry release, so hasn't been too long for her. But it's safe to say they're going to gatekeep Yansan to Veressa, so be prepared. If you're not going to like pull for that character, you might have to wait for a Mawika rerun. And that's probably fine if y'all are able to do that. That'll be good for people that pull from Eureka, you know? But Chevrus and Gaming is a bit of a wild card. Forza DPSs most of the time aren't really that great, so Gaming in question has a few quirks. He can be really good at C6, but without at least C4 he isn't worth building no matter what people say. And when it comes down to it, he's a good character when you get all the stars aligned and are pretty good at his gameplay. I gotta mention that part because yeah, he's strong, but you gotta be good at his gameplay. You're gonna suffer quite a bit. Because gameplay is clunky, unfortunately, in rotation. But for what it's worth, I'm a little bit worried about the future, which is why I'm starting to, and I'm probably going to say this more in the future. I do think the mindset of skipping the banner 4-stars if they are good on a banner and you don't want the 5-star, you might have to bite the bullet depending on where your pity is at. If you're on a 50-50, try it. If you care about the 4-stars, try it. Don't even care about whether it procs a 5-star and you win the 50-50, just try it. If you care less about that, then obviously skip the banner. If it's only like one 4-star you care about, then skip the banner. But if you have more than one 4-star on the banner and you use that character a lot and you use them for various different teams, like I do, there's purpose in pulling on the banner. And if you're someone who likes Gaming and plays Gaming, then sure. Or want to have more options and lack options in other areas because you need more 5-stars in other areas, Gaming might be a good choice for you, actually. And then Chevrus could be a good choice for you as well. Chevrus doesn't exactly need C6 to be a strong character. In fact, she's not good with, like, I should say she's not good without C6. It's more about she's not great until C6 because her kit from C0 to C5 feels about the same. Coming from someone with C5 Chevrus, she feels the same to me. She doesn't feel really strong or anything. She feels as good as normal. She's just as good as C0 Chevrus. So, for what it's worth. Yansan, on the other hand, Yansan, she is very powerful as a 4-star. It's been a long time since we had a 4-star that was just as powerful as her. So it's like, getting cons of her, getting her at least C2, you'll be fine. I feel like most content, you'll be able to deal with it with C2, Yansan. C5 is another big milestone though. Okay, if you reach that, I feel like that's like the perfect sweet spot. Because I think, even though, I think I have to say it, her C6 increases the duration for burst by 3 seconds, which is a big deal. Big deal. So there is a merit to getting her C6. The overflow thing is only if you care about Natlan carries. But if you're not playing Natlan carries and you're using Yansan for other carries, her C6 is an okay upgrade, but not like a great upgrade. Because like people overrate Yansan C6. I want to reiterate, people overrate her C6. I keep seeing creators fucking overrate her C6. Yansan's a really good character. And I think her cap is C5. C6 is only if you care about the Natlan carries. Without it, yeah, it's a decent-ish upgrade. I'm not going to say it's not an upgrade, but people tend to overrate her C6. I don't know why. Chevrus, people sometimes overrate her C6, but I do think hers is more adequate or more noticeable depending on who you play, because her C6 can affect the carries that are on a weaker scaling than the stronger ones. It's different for Yansan because Yansan is just that good of a freaking support, but for Chevrus, it's noticeable depending on your artifact investment and the character you're playing. So Chevrus can be more applicable depending on the character, and I can't take that for granted. So I think her C6 is more or less pretty good, better than people give it credit for, and less important than people give it credit for as well. That's just my take, but I felt like I need to get that off my chest because I probably would have done this tomorrow anyways. That was something that was bugging me because after I had was it the last stream? But during Story Quest Part 2, I think it was, yeah. And I saw that they announced the banner lineup for Vressa and Shilinen. I saw people and content creators alike respond to it in a way that I just think is not really the right mindset to go into it moving forward. I'm just saying, I think it's fine to say you should skip the banner if you don't want the 5-star. What I don't think is fine is saying that you should skip the banner just because it's a highly contested 5-star character. That, oh, everyone's like Archon-like character coming out next patch. Calm down. Calm down. Let's see if people really like Noctry, if people keep saying it is. And I pay attention to the comments in like a lot of different videos because I like seeing how the community reacts. Maybe it's not the grandest occurrence of being able to look at things over the internet, but in my pastime I do like reading comments and videos when I listen to things at the same time, because I find things very interesting when I hear some people say they really hate the Noctry show. It's worse than Atlan. They hate the Ascendant Gleam effect. They hate some of the enemy that they're fighting. I mean, everyone has something they hate in every region though, but it's been a bit louder in Noctry than people give it credit for. And I even warn people that even creators or even people that respond to my comment, if they even do so, I would tell them, I hope you know there are people out there, and there's quite a lot of them, surprisingly so, that have skipped every Noctry character, even in Nifa, for Columbina. Just keep that in mind. There will be people that won't even see my message and still pull her. There'll be people that will pull her knowing that they might find something wrong. Yes, I looked at the beta for Columbina because I do it for every character I'm most excited for. And while I really like this character, and there's a good chance I'm probably going to still pull them, it might end up being the last thing I do for Noctry characters though. Because there's something that is becoming a problem that warrants discussion, for sure. Even though I'm not a big creator, I just, well, yeah, sometimes. When something comes to mind, because I forget things a lot, so I feel like I need to speak my mind, and when I do, I feel a lot better when I do. A friend of mine's told me things like that, and it really has held true so far. But it's crazy. It is crazy that I'm sitting here saying this again in a video just randomly, like 2 years later. Just saying, I mean, you could choose to not get the 5-star character that you want. I know some people don't want the 5-star for the 4-star they pull for or the 5-star they get next patch, and can make their decision easier to get the 4-star that they want, potentially. But it's a bit yikes nowadays, because there needs to be a lot more discussion about where the line is being treaded for the 4-star characters, because surely they're going to make another really good 4-star for a 5-star that could be new, and I'm definitely not trying to say that to spook anyone, but they could just theoretically make a new 4-star for a character that's new, maybe really wants C6 or almost damn near requires it to be decent, just for them to not feel worth it in the long run either. Or the worst case scenario that I'm a bit worried about is these characters just going incognito for a long time before you can try them again and come to the same song and dance again. Like, it's just kind of annoying that I notice it, because like it all depends on the person and the situation that they have in their polls, and not just how many polls they have, but their pity or they have a guarantee and whatnot. I really do hope people evaluate this a certain way that isn't something that they may regret at some point, because I've seen some people regret that they're skipping the banner. They really want Columbina, so they're like, I'm going to skip the banner. But they'll also say, I've skipped this banner 2 times now. It's been over a year, and it's been almost 2 years, and I can't get this character. I want to at least get some cons of them, but I guess I'm going to have to wait even longer. People that are doing that same song and dance that won't change their norm, I'm sorry for y'all. Not saying that you have to change, because your situation is different from everyone else's. I'm happy to be in a situation where I could actually gladly take a shot at it, but our situation is still not so great. It'd be different if things didn't turn out a certain way, but they could turn out that way also. I don't know what's going to happen from my account, but I do worry about people that are still saying the same things over and over, where you shouldn't go for C6 4 stars. I feel like it all depends, man. It all depends. And honestly, it needs to be talked about more, that if you want a certain 4-star constellation, you might have to take the L. That's the thing you gotta understand. You may not like that, but the way that the game is headed, it is very likely they're going to push these characters out longer for new ones to be made. And as that continues to be a trend, you will find yourself in a situation where you might end up hoping that not just making the acquiring the 4-star easier, you might start asking, are they going to be put in the shop again? Because people haven't been saying that enough. Like in the Paimon shop, they haven't put any new 4-stars in there, and it's still the Mondstadt ones only, and then some label ones, right? It's still the same shit. I don't know why they haven't changed that. It feels so incredibly outdated, but I digress. For what it's worth, I really, really, really do hope things get better for the 4-stars in the game, because now that there's so many 4-stars in the game, it's only going to get worse from here on out, to a point that I might even like randomly at times just go into a video and just like throw my 2 cents at the wind and see if anyone listens. I'm not saying that you have to take the L every single time, but there's just going to be a time where you might not ever get that 4-star again for more than a year instead of a year, just because they simply just won't come back on the banner that you want them to be on. So you're going to either have to bite the bullet, or maybe simply just not pull for a long time to hope that when you do end up being able to do it, it won't be that bad. But it's kind of hard to save wishes nowadays because the way that the meta is shifting a lot. But at the same time, it's not even the meta shifting, it's more about the way that the shilling has gotten worse. All I can say is that I've already seen people saying that, like, because of how bad the Nocra shilling is, people are not too happy with the direction of Netland, and looking at next patch's characters, some people are like, if this continues into Stadiah, I might quit the game and literally not come back, regardless of what characters they like that could appear during that time, simply because they don't like how restricting it gets. I'm a person that likes the gameplay a lot. I don't always play meta, that's why I pulled Durham, but I still think Durham's going to end up being a meta character for some reason, so that's why I say that. But I'm not a meta character. I dabble. I get characters that I like, and I get Archon-like characters all the time. So I'm gonna focus doing my thing, but I can't really blame those that play for fun and find themselves not having fun because they want to play a character the wrong way, or they want to play a character a certain way that they feel like doing, because, you know, that was what freedom of team building felt like in the game for the longest time, until they kept putting restrictions on characters. And someone brought up an important point where there's a lot of characters that are 5-star DPSs in the game that do that. That's why they had to start making restricted characters. And my response to that is that that's kind of naive to say that. On one hand, it's true to say this. On another, it's a bit naive to say this. There's two sides of the coin here. On one hand, you're just pulling the character and hoping that they just have a full-fledged kit and able to just play the game and not think about anything else. The other is the devs simply telling you you cannot play this character any other way, no matter how much you want to play them, or will make it so you suffer for it, the consequence of not being able to play the character a certain way, to a point that the character simply doesn't feel like a full character, and you have to comply to at least some of the restrictions, or for some characters it ends up being more than one layer, and people get tired of that. I don't mind some of the restrictions, like elemental restrictions don't bother me. The residence restriction, I've seen people actually push back a little bit on that. Not a lot of people, but like some people. And they brought up some good points, which was, I guess, fair. I think it is completely and utterly fair to say that the Resonance has potential to be really bad moving forward, because it can also ruin team building in a way, because you'll end up wanting the first 2 characters of a certain region, and that's true. I thought about if they do Liwa characters for their region-based thing, and I realized most Liwa characters don't have any synergy with each other, so how would that work if they were to do like a resonance for it? Honestly, any sort of restriction has a negativity point in the game depending on how the devs decide to carry it out. So every single thing has a point of pushback, that is fair to say. It just sucks that what Durin does is very important to the game, but the fact that what came out with him wasn't a resonance that was in his kit, it came out of the kit, which is very nice. That it didn't end up being stuck to one character, that would have been really bad. And I still think it's good for the characters that are strong and can be stronger within set conditions of certain characters that can have synergy with each other. That's what's good about the Mondstadt cast. Can't say the same for every region, because every region has some characters that are just too much of a dud to be worth, pairing with each other, or they simply have no synergy because the role that they play in their teams. Like Inazuma has it the worst, because if I'm correct, we get Inazuma Resonance, Kazuha's gonna be in every fucking team, and no one has Kazuha, or more people nowadays don't have Kazuha, I should say. So that'd be interesting. But Leeway is like really bad because most characters don't have good synergy with each other. And then Sumeru, while some of them can have synergy with each other, it's a bit yikes over there as well. So it's very interesting when you really think about it that they did this resonance for the Mondstadt characters, but there's no doubt in my mind they're going to do it for every region. And the funny part is that people were pushing back against the resonance characters. We've had restrictions similar to this from other regions, but it would more pertain to enemy lineups or pertain to certain character kits that had elemental restrictions that you find yourself using the same characters paired with them, like Chevreuse, or now you have more options, so it's not as bad, but it's just an example. I think that's it now. You have to a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So, take away from this. Really hope people are going to be fine with skipping this banner. But this is going to be the most prime example banner that will make an example for some people's mindsets towards this game. Because I've seen people crash out over this banner like I did. That's coming up. Just simply because they said, I had to skip this banner before because I want to pull on that banner. And I want to pull for that banner, so I'll have to do this next time it comes back. But then that's a year later. Then a year later, same fucking situation. That vicious cycle is pretty bad for some people, bro. But some people's situations, again, are always different. They can have a guarantee and be stuck at high pity, which I've seen some people, and quite a few of them, are stuck at. So y'all are just getting hosed. I can say that I'm sorry to hear that. But the people in my situation damn there, where we have like a low-ish amount of pity, now as low as mine, I'm at 5 pity on a 50-50, baby. I'm going to try at least 50 pulls on that banner. At least 50 pulls on that banner. The thing that sucks is that we checked the track record of Ressa. When we pulled on her banner on stream, I caught the Capturing Radiance in the first 10 pull at 0 pity. I can't help but be anxious about this banner I'm going to pull on. But there's always a chance that it could just end up being a 50-50 loss, and then I'll have a guarantee on top of a guarantee, which might be the best situation for next patch. I don't know if I want that, but I keep thinking about it because I'm pretty sure we're going to get more exploration very soon. So, if I do end up going to a 5-star or proccing one early, if I do lose it, it might be the best situation I could ask for. That's if that happens, though. Frankly, I don't feel like it's going to happen this time. Because the pulls have been a little too good to me lately in certain areas. So I might end up having to invest more. But yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow, Story Quest event. Monday, I'm going to push the Darren Story Quest into Monday, Tuesday. Do I want to do that though? I might try to do the Darren Story Quest Monday. The problem is Monday. Actually, not Monday. Isn't there a stream I'm forgetting? No, I got on Blue Archive today. I think there is going to be a stream tomorrow on Blue Archive, a surprise one. Yeah, I think there's going to be a surprise stream tomorrow in it. Just because I think everything going to finish up before Monday instead. I'll have to double check that. And I haven't prepared a thumbnail for that yet. What it's worth, outside of Monday, Tuesday being the Story Quest event part 3 for this event, Wednesday will be us pulling for Yon-san and Chevreuse for their final constellation. I have a good chance at it because I don't have both of them. I'm more excited to get Yon-san C6 than I am Chevreuse because it's going to be more noticeable for the characters I play. And characters with a plural, I do have a few characters I like playing with the Yon-san. I have 4 of them. I would say it's Ressa. Then there is, actually it might be more than 4 now. If I get a C6, it might be more than 4 actually. But there's Ressa, there's Kanich. There's Mawika, which I will revisit. There is a Flynn's team with Yon-san I've always wanted to try, but I kind of wanted to get her C6 before trying it. So I think I talked about that when I was doing Flynn's testing, because it was just kind of weird trying to use Yon-san with him. I want that duration of her burst. I forgot it was a duration of her burst. I remember I wanted C6 for Flynn's though. So I don't know about anyone else. I know that you can try to do Yon-san with Ethan, but I don't know if I need C6 for that. But that's kind of like the ship sailing there, because there isn't that many other options I would actually do. So I guess that's it. Fair enough then. As for Chevreuse, I mean, I don't have that many characters I play overloaded with. It's just mostly Ressa. Her C6 for Chevreuse doesn't really affect Flynn, so that's kind of tragic. It's kind of tragic. But for Ressa, Mawika, I would actually revisit Chevreuse at C6 with Yoimiya, because I liked her damage with Yoimiya, surprisingly. There's something I want to visit with Hu-Tao, but I'm going to hold my tongue on that. Yeah, I think that's it. Can't think of anything else. Chevreuse, I could try Mawika and Yoimiya, but the thing that sucks, it's just mostly Ressa I've been using overloaded with for the longest time, now that I think about it. I guess I could check Shogun, actually, even though I don't really like her, but I'll still try her anyways. There's a lot of things I'll probably end up trying though, because it could just be an angle where I just do Durin, Chevreuse, and Fischl in a team, and not even care about the 4th as much, and do something a little different. Don't know yet. I'll worry about that if I get one of them. I'm honestly confident I'm going to get one of them. The question will be, will I be able to get both of them? That is always the question. And for that, the character I prefer to get C6 first would be Yon-san, just because I love playing this cowgirl a lot. It's like one of my favorite characters to play, and I won't take her for granted, so yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for listening to the yap if you did. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.